And there we go. I finished up Fort Forensic, or at least the New Foundations quest, and I started at level 1 construction, basically, and I got all the way to level 44 just finishing this quest, so pretty great way to start your construction training. I also got some mining experience because I ran out of limestone bricks available from Bill over here, wherever it, where he's over there. So I had to actually head over to where the odd old man is over here to mine some limestone rocks. And I also finished just in time for my cat to become full grown. Which means I can go ahead and put him into menagerie and let him be. But before I do that, I'm gonna build the lodestone here so I can easily travel here whenever I want to. And I think the lodestone is just a couple of bricks. Let's see here. Miscellaneous. Yeah, just 10 limestone bricks. So I'll build that, get the cat put away, and get on with questing. Which the next one is Priest in Peril. And welcome to episode 3 of my RuneScape 3 Alternate Iron Man. Didn't realize I also needed a pet feeder, so I built one of those, but I got my little cat roaming around this wide open field in my little house. I think I'll name him Charles. Have a good day, Charles. I'm gonna finish up and try to build the tier 1 of everything of the fort and get back to questing. I know it seems like I'm doing a lot of quests, but best to get them out of the way now. And get all the quests I can to get done, and then I'm gonna work on Slayer. One of the best skills we got is Slayer. Only level 12, but I plan on getting that a lot higher. Back to the fort I go! Was chopping oak trees down so I can get the oak frames I need to build the stuff at the fort, and got a bird's nest with apple tree seed in it. I was just gonna drop it, but then I remembered, wait, I think there's a achievement diary that needs at least one that needs a fruit tree, and I remember that the Corrupted Medium diary actually needs me to grow a fruit tree here, so I figured I can do that. I do eventually want to get all the achievement diaries done, because they have some good benefits, and plus those experience lamps will be great. And I would love to also eventually get all the quests done, get the quest cape. Never actually had the quest cape, so that'd be fun to get. And that's another reason why I'm doing all these quests, because the quest cape would be awesome to have, and also the experience you get from quests is just fantastic. Just doing the achievement here while I might as well, since I need the achievement anyways, but damn, I almost died to that moss giant. And there, my little apple sapling grew, and now I can come over here and plant it. Let's see here. Give me that. There we go. Super compost from the leprechaun. Some more weeds already grew. Put that in there. Put that in there. And then whenever I decide to actually come do the achievement diary, I've got that ready for me. And I've also realized now that I have the construction level, I can actually start the farming tutorial and start with a player-owned farm, so I'm just getting all sorts of distracted, aren't I? I'm gonna quickly do the farming tutorial, then get back to building the buildings I can over at the Fort Forensic. I think I should have the wood pitting level for teaks by the time I can actually do the... I think one of them needs teaks. That might be a tier 2, but I'm just building the basic tier 1s that you unlock from New Foundations for now. Yeah, gonna do this, finish the fourth, and get back to questing. Hello, Granny. Give me those rabbits to farm. 400 total level milestone. Great to get. Milestones are important. Just did the Displaced Energy Wilderness event and went from level 1 to level 9 divination. Some more ashes for some more prayer experience, and some more necronium salvage for money. I'll have to look into the muddy keys, see if those are worth using, but back to gonna use up these ashes real quick, and then back to building up all the tier 1 port stuff I can. I only realize now that I probably should have trained my fletching up some so I didn't have to make multiple trips while doing this. If I trained up my fletching, I would have been able to make these wood boxes. And I would have been able to store logs in them while making the planks and stuff. But I'm this far in and I've only got this last thing to make, which is the command center, so that'll be something to think about when I'm upgrading the fort in the future. Another evil tree done, 37 farming, 36 wood cutting, 19 fire making. Anything interesting? Some bones, some more energy, some more salvage, and lucky charm and some more salvage. That is fortunately useless to me. Almost done with that last piece of the fort I can do. Back to it. Probably won't record any more wilderness events unless something interesting happens, like I get a nice rare drop or something like that. But yeah. Using up these bones, then be back to the chopping widow logs to build that command center. Ooh, selling that salvage just brought me over 1 mil for the first time. That's a lot of moolah. May have to rethink the death costs for death storage, because if I already have a 1 mil at this early, then I may need to increase the price, because 100k just seems like a pittance thing. But that'll be something to think about for the future, and how often I actually will have to do death piling or death storage. Let me know what you think in the comments, how much you think a good price for death storage is. Right now I have it set at 100k, maybe set it for 250k, or maybe even 1 mil, depending on how easily money comes. And there we go! Got the tier 1 command center, got the whatever that was called over there, got the church there, and I got the workshop over there. Accidentally rebuilt the workshop once with the tier 1s, but all that got me to 49 construction, so this is basically the best way to change construction, just requires a lot of materials. Just gonna head to the bank real quick. Decided to give myself a little extra inventory space by putting the other 2 weapons into my looting bag. Just gonna grab those out real quick. And on to... actually, I think I'm gonna do some smithing. Get to level 10 smithing and then go ahead and do the Knight Sword. Because that'll still give me a nice chunk of smithing experience, so... off to Birthheart I go. There's a nice, easy mine there with plenty of copper and tin. And gonna work on that. There we go, Knight Sword done. Actually died to one of the Ice Warriors, so I had to bring my main around to protect me while I mined the blue right, but let's see what this gets me to. 10 smithing to 30! Well worth it. Skip iron completely and go straight to steel. While training, I made a bunch of bronze arrowheads. Gonna use that to train my fletching up, which is my next plan. Gonna just fletch up all those arrows and then get on to some more quests. after I make myself an iron two-hand to see if that's better than the keen blade. So, as it turns out, the keen blade is equal to regular iron two-hander, but an iron two-hand plus one is actually just a little bit better, so I've got myself a new weapon that's easy to make, so if I ever need to drop it for whatever reason, I can, and just trade one whenever. Well, that's unfortunate. Turns out that you're not actually able to take the wood out of a wood box when you fill it up, unless you dump it into your bank. And I'm not going to consider that to be noted, because that just doesn't make sense. So there goes the plan of using the wood box for future port tasks to making planks a lot easier. So I guess I'll just have to destroy that and not use wood boxes. That's a shame. Not bad. All those aerial tips got me up to level 27 fletching. Not sure if I'm actually ever going to use these bronze arrows, but might as well keep them for now. Next thing, I think I'll continue on with the quest again. Priest and Peril next. Gonna have to mine some pure essence. Alrighty, that's the Priest and Peril quest done, but I'm starting to understand that I'm a little weak here with the combat skills. I mean, once again, I end up dying against a pretty weak enemy. I mean, I did use Protect from Mage, but even then, my defense is really low, only double 10, and I'm still using just this basic Pathfinder armor. So I figured I need to work on my defense and get it up to at least level 25, and then I was going to go for the Trials armor from May, but actually I think I might do the Tuska minigame so I can buy the Tuska War Priest armor, which will also upgrade with my defense level, and it will also... It has a special ability that has a chance to reduce damage down to 1% of what it would usually be, I think it is. So I'm going to go ahead and work on Slayer, do Slayer tasks using magic and with shared experience with defense till I get to level 25 defense, and then I'm going to go do the Tuska minigame and get the Tuska War Priest armor unlocked. So that is my current plan, and I'll see you then. And that's the 500 total level milestone. I've just barely started this little Slayer defense grind, and I just hit it. That's pretty awesome. I'm zooming through these levels. Pretty soon I'm going to be max. Back to it. So I decided I was just being stubborn, keeping the mind spike with infinite air runes, despite the fact that I only being tier 10. If I'm going to be actively training my magic, I thought it'd be better just to get better weapons, so I bought the Spider Wanted Orb from Zaf and Varrock, as well as the Batwing, for once I hit 30. And just went to a few stores, the Varrock one, Port Sarim one, and of course this Wilderness one to buy some air runes. And I figured that's worth it, just spend my money on air runes, and if need be, mine pure essence and craft my own. But yeah, so here we are. Decided it was a good idea to go ahead and unlock Anachronia here. Just waiting for the resources to build the lodestone, but figured it'd be a good idea so I can come over and do Herby Werby every week. Get that herblore experience from there, as well as get the points to get the herb back and start putting herbs in it. And I will say, I do have an unlock on mine for the herb bag. Once I have bought everything from the Herby Werby reward shop, including the totem pieces, the pet, the herb bag upgrade, and all that jazz. Once I can save up, after that, once I can save up 1,000 Ruby points, I will use them to buy another upgrade to the herb bag that will allow me to store an infinite amount of herbs in them, and not just 150. And the way I'll accomplish that is I'll, again, have to use the bank, but I figured it's a nice little RuneScape 3 twist for it, and let's face it, Herblore goes up to level 120, and trying to do that would, on any account, is crazy, but I figured it'd be a nice unlock that would take several weeks or months to unlock. So it's going to be a long time before I actually get it, and since I also never intend to use any of the like daily, weekly, or monthly reset tokens to do things multiple times, so it's going to be months before I get it, but I figured that'd be a decent unlock to have for herbs, but they have to be grimy herbs. I can't clean them and then store it in the herb bag, so if I want to store them, they have to be grimy. And that's the first week of Herby done. Went from level 7 to level 17 Herblore, but this is what I mean. I'm going to have to buy the herb bag at 200 points, the upgrade 200, the totem top and bottom each 200, and Sasha 300. So 5, 7, 9, that's 1,100 points. So that's 11 weeks just to unlock everything, plus an additional 10 weeks to get the upgrade I'm going to need to give me the infinite. So a total of 21 weeks before I get the infinite herb bag. So that's almost half a year just to get that one upgrade, and since I'm not going to allow any weekly reset tokens for this. I think there's other ways to get the herb bag, but I plan on just getting it from Herby here, so after the weekly reset happens, I'll be able to get the herb bag and start storing some in there. But in the meantime, I'm probably going to have them in my looting bag, and and some things like lipwort roots that I can note on farmers, leprechauns will also be stored in my looting bag. Always important to keep herblore supplies, and never know when you're gonna need them. And there we go, I've achieved 25 defense. Gonna just go ahead and finish up the Slayer task, and then I'm gonna go over to the Tuska minigame and grind out the Tuska War Priest armor. And now on to the Tuska minigame. We can actually easily get here by talking to the wizard here at the dock of Port Sarum. Not Port Sarum, the dock just south of Lumbridge. You can also take this shortcut here from the camp, although I'm not sure if that requires an agility level or not. And by doing the minigame, you can get the reward currency to unlock the Tuska armor here. You got just some overrides and some abilities, which Devotion and Tuska's Wrath are both fantastic abilities, and some other random stuff, like a teleports and just an emote, but I'm here for the armor. It's hybrid armor that starts out at level 25, so you need 25 defense, but once you hit level 50, it will upgrade to level 50, and then same thing at 75, and it's a great set of armor. Each game takes about 20 minutes, and you get 1,000 points by doing the whole thing. Apparently I cannot take non-combat items into the minigame, which I'm pretty certain that's going to include my little looting bag here. So I may have my very first instance where I'm going to need to put my items into death storage. So I'm going to go ahead and withdraw 100k here, and then drop it to the ground. And I'm just going to go ahead and Everything now is in death storage. And I've already paid to be able to get the items back. So I'll be going into the minigame like this to so I can do it and unlock the armor. So to do the minigame, you gotta go to 4 islands. The first one here, you chop these logs up and get these herbs, which we will grind up into a powder that we'll use on the vines over here. Nurture the root here. And you nurture the root all the way to the plant. And once you reach the plant there, it will produce a seed that you can collect and put onto the tree. And after that, you just rinse and repeat until you've siphoned all the anima you can for that island. And then once you're done with the island, after 5 minutes, any moment now, we're going to transition over towards the next island. And there's a total of 4 islands that you end up going to. And you'll end up getting a total of 1,000 anima by the time we're done. And here we go, jumping over to the next island. We shall land, and this is the fire one. I think there's some other combat one you can do down below, but I've always just done the fire one. You can take the fire from this here, and then you take it over here, and you whack these tentacles with the fire. You'll get some fire mage experience, and you just rinse and repeat. Each time you grab the fire lasts about 30 seconds. Next island here is the lightning island. You can get the anima by just repairing the pylons here, and you'll get construction experience with it. You can also divert lightning on those targets, and you'll get hunter experience for doing that, but I never do. And one other thing you can do is these shattered pylons still end up getting struck by lightning and end up producing the sentient lightning. And you can lower the sentient lightning to the center on stable 4. And that'll also give you hunter experience. And then we got the final island, where you just run around in a circle, get agility and divination, and even a little bit of dungeoneering experience. And just go towards the active runestone and siphon away. And then you'll just rinse and repeat. Just run around in a circle, siphoning all you can. And that's all there is to that. And there you have it. That's the Tusky minigame. I should have 1,000 points since I managed to get max on every island. Yep, 1,000 points. We're gonna just go ahead and buy the gloves here. And just put those on. And look at that. Tier 25 hybrid armor. On damaging attacks, 1% chance to do critical damage to the target. And okay, never mind. That's what this does. I'm thinking of like the Armadale War Priest then. But yeah, it's hybrid armor, so it should go good with every style. On to more. And with that, that is full Tuska War Priest acquired. It took a while to get it, since you get a maximum of 1,000 points a round. Would have had it a little bit earlier, but as you can see in my chat box here, I have a 80 there. That means I didn't fully get the points on one of the rounds. But yeah, that's full War Priest Tuska. That will upgrade with my defense level. Once I hit 50, I'll become tier 50 hybrid armor. And I think I'll keep grinding out until I can get the Tuska's Wrath ability, which is a great ability. Devotion, I can actually just get that randomly by killing the creatures in the Guard Wars dungeon, so I think I'll just ignore that. But yeah, I think I'm going to do 4 more rounds to get the Tuska's Wrath ability. But I As you can see, I also got a lot of different levels and stuff. I think I'll post up a picture comparing my stats before I started, and to see exactly how many levels I got between stuff. But I'm gonna do 4 more rounds, get Tuska's Wrath, and then gonna get my stuff out of death storage. And there we have it. I bought the Tuska's Wrath ability. It's a great ability to use for Slayer because it does massive amount of damage against your Slayer target, although I currently don't have the HP level to use it, which you need level 50 to use it, but it's nice to have it unlocked now, so I don't have to do another death storage to grind it out. But even then, it's still a pretty good ability, 30 to 110% ability damage. But yeah, that's all for the Tuska minigame. Got myself the War Priest and the abilities. So for now, back to the Slayer grind. Think I'm gonna keep doing Slayer till I reach about maybe level 30, and then I'll go back to... Or maybe I'll go past level 30, who knows. So I'll keep going until I get bored with it, and then back to the questing grind. May actually stop just doing it by timeline and go with what's the meta. Get the water power quest done, as well as fight arena and stuff like that. But I'll decide to do that after I get to my desired Slayer level. And since everything was in death storage, though, I better get it all withdrawn, and as usual, keep it on all. Withdraw everything here that I want to withdraw. There we go, all that just to save the trouble withdrawing and depositing. That's all now just in the looting bag. Yeah, go ahead and wear that and wield that. And I can go ahead and destroy the Pathfinder armor here. I no longer need that. Now that I got the Tuska War Priest here. I will eventually replace the Tuska War Priest, but that probably won't be till I actually get to the level 70 power armor from God Wars Dungeon 1, or possibly if I get some of the full sets of War Priests from God Wars Dungeon 1, like the one damage reduction one. But yeah, not sure why I'm keeping the portable Obelisk there, but I figured why not keep it. It's a teleport item for the wilderness. But yeah, back to it. How about that? I got a rare drop table of lobsters. I think I might actually go ahead and take a change of track and try to train my cooking up to level 40 so I can cook these raw lobsters. Been just using the pre-made food from Tree Gnome Stronghold or Tree Gnome Village. I can remember which one's which for my food right now, but yeah, maybe do some quests for cooking experience, or just go to Catherby and fish and cook the fish I catch. But yeah, I think after this Slayer task, I'll switch tracks and get my cooking up. Well, how about that? I managed to get myself a golden trout egg while training fishing and cooking here, so I can get to the level 40 cooking I need to cook lobsters. I can actually put that in the aquarium in the player-owned home, and that will help with the prawn points, and I can get it to where I don't need feathers to fly fish or bait to do river bait fishing, which is a great unlock to get. But in order to do anything with the aquarium, I need to get to level 63 construction. And so that's going to be a bit of ways. I'm not sure if I want to actually save that so I can grind out 63 construction. So for that. But in order, but yeah, at 63, get the aquarium, which will allow me to build the prawn brokers, which will, you get prawn points and you can get unlocks such as the baitless fishing I mentioned, and there's other unlocks too, but for now I think I'll just end up destroying that and work on that later. But yeah, those are some pretty good upgrades to get once I have the construction level. And here comes level 40 cooking. I can now cook these lobsters I got from the rare drop table, which will be nice for my food, so I don't have to stop by the gnome place and buy food. Although I think I'm gonna do the fishing contest. I think that gives a good amount of experience for fishing. And that should be enough experience to get me to level 40 fishing, maybe, but let's see if I can't find it. Yeah, it'll give 2,437 fishing experience. Yeah, give me some and closer, and I'll see about other quests for fishing experience. Actually, I think there's another one, the slug one. I think it's called Slug. Slug Minute Sea Slug. And that'll also give a bunch of fishing experience, so do those two quests and that'll give me the fishing for lobsters, and lobsters will become my new food for when I continue my Slayer grind. There we go, fishing contest done, just brought me up to level 38. And there we go, Sea Slug complete, putting me up to level 40 right on the dot, so now I can fish and cook lobsters, my new best in slot food that I don't have to pay for. So onwards to my Slayer grind. Like I said, I'm probably gonna go till 30, 35, maybe even 40. Depends on how much fun I'm having with it. And as is usual by now, I get distracted by doing something else. And I decided to do the green tree here. Getting to get some magic experience here, and combat XP lamp. I'll toss this onto defense actually. Need the higher defense level. The sooner I get to 50, the sooner this protects me better. But yeah, the flesh crawlers, I was doing this and my accuracy wasn't too well, so I'm doing a couple quests now to get my magic up higher, and I'm gonna get those 40 crafting and 40 rune crafting so I can make myself some weapons. What are they called again? Split bark wand and orb, because you need the 40 crafting and 40 rune crafting in order to get them made, and they're made by a person over at the Wizard's Tower, which I don't know why you need those levels if somebody over at the Wizard Tower is the one who's making them, but yeah. So yeah, I'm just gonna be doing some quests to get the magic up real quick, and then crafting and rune crafting. That's the Enter the Abyss mini quest done. Figured it'd be nice, just easier just to do some quests to get the rune crafting experience I need. For the crafting experience, I plan on doing just gem rocks over here, but I'll go in for 40 rune crafting first. And not sure what quest I'm doing next, but I'll figure that out in a moment. And that's Violet is Blue and Violet is Blue 2 complete. There are two very cute Christmas-themed quests. I kind of just spacebarred through it since I've already done them. I mean, you're not, who actually reads the quest, right? But it gives me a bunch of lamps here that I plan on just using all on rune crafting. I know, blasphemy, they should go on herb lore. But honestly, I think rune crafting's worth the train. 3 1,000 lamps from the first one, and then 3 4,000 lamps from the second one. And that gets us all the way up to level 32 rune crafting. Look at all that. Which is fantastic. I think that's the level need, and that just means 8 more levels and I'll have the level I need to make the wand and orb I want, the level 40 ones. But yeah, with level 30 I can the rest of the experience I will get just by going to doing the rune span here. Teleport to the rune crafting guild and I will just go into Runespan and do the rest of the experience in there. Yeah, that last clip there, I realize I'm not always the best at talking or articulating my thoughts or plans, but I will say that is one thing that making these videos is helping me do. Be better at actually speaking and try to coherently articulate what I'm thinking or what I'm planning and all that. So, please, I'm glad you're all, if you're watching, you're bearing with me with my talking, and also just making these videos is fun, enjoyable to progress as a UIM and figure things out as I go, and I hope you all are enjoying it too. Just doing some basic rune span and getting up to that level 40 so I can get those level 40 wand and orb to do my Slayer grind better. Wish I could easily get a Mystic, but a Mystic stat, but that's a lot more difficult to acquire. There we go, that's level 40 rune crafting achieved. Time to go and get the level 40 crafting, but first let's check to see, do I have a... I only have a steel pickaxe, so let's actually head over to Falador here, go to the pickaxe shop in the Dwarven Mine and grab a mithril pickaxe, make things a bit quicker. And this is how I plan on training my crafting. I'm only at the level 23 right now, so let's see, I guess I can only cut the sapphires, but mining these uncommon gem rocks will get me gems, and I can easily just craft them. I can get up to... oh, that's precious. Let's see. I think I can get all 3 of them, even including ruby from this. Uncommon... or unless rubies from uncommon is a higher level. Oh, I won't get uncommon until 34, okay. So I'll be getting a bunch of sapphires and emeralds, and I'll just be cutting the emeralds and probably dropping the sapphires until I can... cutting the sapphires and just dropping them, as well as just dropping the emeralds without cutting them. Since, until I get to 27 crafting, and then I'll just cut them all and drop them all. And I'll be doing this until 40. Level 800 milestone! I think I missed 700, but always good to hit a milestone. Don't happen too often. There we go, level 40 crafting. I can now get that wand and orb from the guy over at the wizard tower. Just go ahead and drop everything over here. Oh, no. I don't want to do that. Oh, again, I did it. Oh, well. Well, yeah, so let's pop on over to the wizard tower here. The whole reason I kept this, just to quickly get there. Let's see, I think it's just descend once. I think they're right here. Let's see. I think it's descend one more time. And yep, here they are. Now that with 40 in both of these, I can get a 1 split bark orb and 1 split bark womp.
There you go.
And that's my upgraded magic weapons. from 454 accuracy to 628 accuracy, and the offhand. Now let's see how well I do against these flesh crawlers, and hope they don't kick my shit in again. And hey, that's 43 prayer unlocked. Got all the protection prayers now. So one of the wilderness events happening, a natural outcrop, one I can do, and got a bunch of ashes. So now I have all the protection prayers unlocked. Ain't that nice? That'll certainly be useful, especially against these flesh crawlers. Haven't gone to fight them yet since I got my wand and orb, since I noticed the event happening when I was teleporting over to Edgeville. Honestly, I should be using melee against these guys, but I really just want to train my magic, you know? And I'm not sure how well Iron 2H is going to go against these guys if my accuracy with magic is 64. But then again, these are rangers, so magic's going to be the least accurate. Fighter done, brought me right up to level 30, and a little bit of thieving XP as well. Let's go ahead and do... Actually, since I'm right here, let's go ahead and do the Grand Tree, or whatever this is called. Tree Gnome Village done, brought me up to 36 attack. Let's see where let's see where the waterfall quest will get me. Yeah, can't talk today. Alrighty, if I'm gonna do the waterfall quest, this will be the first instance where I'm gonna be doing death piling instead of death storage. So what I've done is I've set up a timer, as you can see on my screen right there, and I will have the timer going for 1 hour while the death pile is there, and I'll be doing the quest. And as with death storage, I'll just be putting everything into the bank to count that. So I'll start the timer now, and then put everything into the bank, and then withdraw just what I need, which I'll have to withdraw everything, and which I need that, and that, and also that. So onwards to the quest I do go, and if that timer happens to hit 0 while have the stuff death piled, then everything that's in the bank right now, I will drop to the ground. But back to it. Had a bit of mishap while messing with my recording settings, but I think I got everything fixed up now. And as you can see, I actually brought some oak planks and 5 ropes, so I can actually turn this into a rope rack that has infinite ropes on here. So whenever I need to come visit the falls, I'll have a rope right here that I can just grab to get in there. And there we go, waterfall quest, and it got me all the way to level 40. And I still got plenty of time, 40 minutes. Level 31 strength there, so let's go back to Verot. And one thing I'm going to do whenever I do a death pile is that the bank I death pile at is the one I have to go to retrieve my items. So since it was the East Verot Bank that I did my death pile at, that's the one I got to go to get my stuff. And also, while I'm here, I can go ahead and pick up a rune two-hander from the Champions Guild. I can easily get in there, and that'll be the weapon I can easily use for my melee. If I had 40 smithing, I could upgrade it a bit, but I don't. So now that I'm here, I can get all my stuff, withdraw it all, get all this stuff equipped, so... Nope! Oh! I did not mean to use that. Wow, this is awkward. Don't even know why I'm keeping this thing, other than the fact that it's worth 500k for a high elk. Might as well just keep it in my looting bag. But head back up over to the bank here. Not gonna use these gold bars anytime soon, and I need to complete the family crest quest if I want to store them in the middle bank. Don't need that key, don't need that, don't need that, don't really need that. Equip. Here's my loading bag here. And get that out, and there we go. Everything else in... I'll just store this in the looting bag for now. And I will just, drop these. So yeah, I think that's, get as spot as any to end this episode. I know I can drag it on a bit sometimes, but I just have a lot to share with you that I think is worth sharing. Hey, Penguin. But let me know what you think of the episode and of the account so far. I'd be happy to hear from y'all. Get any comments, likes, subscriptions, all that jazz. Everything would be appreciated, that's for sure. So, ciao for now, folks. Until next time. Where is it? There it is. Until next time.